একাত্তর টিভি আজকে সত্যি আনন্দিত বাংলাদেশে নিযুক্ত ফিলিস্তিনের রাষ্ট্রদূত এসওয়াই রামাদান তাকে পেয়ে আমরা তার সঙ্গে কথা বলবো ফিলিস্তিনে বর্তমানে কি চলছে, বাংলাদেশ কিভাবে ফিলিস্তিনের পাশে থাকতে পারে এবং আন্তর্জাতিকভাবে ফিলিস্তিন কিভাবে সমর্থন আদায় করছে এসব বিষয় নিয়ে। ওয়েলকাম টু আওয়ার শো।
Pleasure to be with you.
Let me start this program with asking this. Bangladeshi people and our medias are watching Palestine situation with the lens of international medias and international. Do you have something new to add for Bangladeshi audience?
There is a lot of things to add. There is always new things to add. First of all, I would like to start by thanking you for giving me this opportunity to speak to the people of Bangladesh, my beloved people of Bangladesh, the people that I have interacted with them for the last 10 years since I came to Bangladesh. And I feel nothing but they are my own people at the same time. It's not only I have the Palestinian as my own people, but also Bangladeshi became my own people also. And I am very honored to be in this country, very honored to work in this environment, an environment that I see nothing but support, principle attitude, and the true feeling for the people of Palestine. So I am very lucky. I think I'm blessed that I was given the opportunity by my government to serve in a country like Bangladesh. Believe me, any ambassador of Palestine will come to Bangladesh, he will have the same feeling. The way we are welcomed here, the way how the people talk to us and how they express their feeling for our struggle, it's really amazing. And that's what gives us courage and stronger determination to continue to believe that we are on the right track. Related to the international media, there is one thing which is very important actually. If we all remember, at the beginning of this aggression took place after the 7th of October, you could see that the majority, if not all, the Western media was very hostile toward Palestine and the Palestinian people, pro-Israel, and they have adopted the Israeli narrative. Although it was lies and lies and lies, but still they would adopt it. And that was going on for at least 6 or 7 months.
Yes.
Then when the atrocities and the genocide start taking place, and the social media played extremely important role in the East and as well as in the West, that's what the mainstream media was presenting to their public, it's totally different from the realities. So there was a kind of contradiction between the social media, where they get the footage directly from the ground, and the mainstream media of the big one like the CNN and the BBC and the Fox News and other outlets. So when the people saw the difference, and the difference was, a big gap was between the realities on the ground and what they present, then people were criticizing the media. So the media start shifting. I mean, not only the media themselves as a companies, but also journalists. I'll give you an example for Piers Morgan, one of the most important journalists in the world. If you watch his program at the beginning of the war, and then you watch it today, you won't believe. Because this man, he moved. It's not like he switched, he was pro-Israel, now he's pro-Palestine. No, he was pro-Israel, he was blindly pro-Israel, and then when he found the truth and the reality, then he said, no, I'm not going to be on the wrong side of the history. I'm going to be on the right side of the history. And it happened to be that the Palestinians are on the right side of the history. So this thing changed dramatically. So now you see the main journalist in the world, the most important one, the real figure, and the mainstream media plus the social media, they're together joined and telling the truth. That's why everything has changed.
So you are observing that journalists are gathering news properly right now?
Yes, they are gathering news properly. I'm talking about the vast majority of them.
Okay.
Look, The difference is that they used to gather also the proper news, but they were not presenting those if it is against Israeli policy. So they will only present it when it's pro-Israel, they present it. But today it's the opposite. They don't see anything which encourage them to present anything pro-Israel, because there isn't, it doesn't exist.
Okay.
People are dying, children are starving, no medicine is allowed to go inside, no electricity, there is no net, there is nothing. The basic stuff for life is not available. And that is done because the Israeli are saying it openly, we shouldn't allow it to go in.
Okay.
And some Israeli, like Smotrich and Ben Gvir, clearly saying that we want the Palestinian to leave Gaza. We don't want to see anyone in Gaza. So that is a genocidal statement. You want to ethnically cleanse people from their homes, that is genocidal. So they're saying it openly. So how can you hide it? How can you hide something that they're making a statement about? So actually, Israeli politician, I have to be frank with it, Israeli politician flaming the situation against their own people and their own country and their own policy. Starting from Netanyahu, ending with the last minister. Speaking in such an arrogant way to the world of your intention in killing the Palestinian people and ethnically cleansing the Palestinian people does not give you any respect or appreciation by any human being in the world. So they are their own enemy.
Okay, so let me ask you another question, that are Palestinian people happy with Bangladesh position?
Extremely. I am going to surprise you for the first time. Not only Bangladeshi people who are helping and supporting and providing everything we need. No. I have to give a credit also for the army of this country.
Army? Yes. Why?
They don't like to publish what they do. They don't. And I don't know if I have the right to say, I cannot wait. They have done it before, and they've done it.
Please mention.
They have donated a lot of money for food to be delivered to Gaza. I'm sure you haven't heard of it.
Yes.
But it's true. They did it again yesterday, more. And what they did, I was honored to meet General. In Arabic we say Waqar al-Zaman, because this is the right name. Waqar al-Zaman, because it has a meaning of it. It's a beautiful meaning. Yeah, Army Chief. And the man said, because we are in desperate need to bring some female student to Bangladesh. And he said, consider all the universities which belong to the army or under the jurisdiction of the army is for those female Palestinian coming from Gaza Strip in all subjects with full scholarship, regardless of the number.
You mentioned something we don't knew before.
Absolutely. Nobody knew, because they don't like to do that. They don't like to publish. They feel that this is our duty and we should not publicize our duty. This is not, the general did that. Before the general, there is a committee for the retired army officers.
Yes.
They also donated a huge amount of money. Also without, you know, there's other people, they like to publish that, right? To show that we've done. They are not. They don't want others to know. And the only thing General Waqar Zaman said, in return, what he wants the Palestinian people in Gaza pray for Bangladesh. Nothing else. So how do you expect me to react? How can I keep silence? How? I've already mentioned this to many Palestinian people in Gaza Strip. and they already send me messages making dua for Bangladesh army and for this noble gentleman that you have in this country.
And we are so pleased to hear this. Okay, let me ask you another question, that how Bangladesh can help you on that matter. You know, genocide are going on, so how we can help you?
Look, brother, we are not dealing with normal people, the Israeli, the Zionists. They are not normal. They are not like any other human being. They are totally different from other human beings. I am not going to call them the way they call us. No, I won't, because I'm a human, I'm a Muslim, and it's against my religion to decrease the level of any other human being. But the way they deal not only with the Palestinian, with the rest of the world, as they are the citizen number one, and the rest of the world is less than them, regardless of their belief, religion, color, and all this. Look, a letter was sent from the Prime Minister of Israel yesterday to the President of France, Macron.
Emmanuel Macron.
A disgrace letter, a letter that Netanyahu should feel ashamed of himself to address a president like Emmanuel Macron. A country we all know supports nothing but freedom, supports nothing but human rights, especially this brave man, Macron, because he took the initiative with Saudi Arabia for a peace conference in New York to establish the Palestinian independent states to live side by side with Israel. And he announced he will recognize the state of Palestine and many other countries.
And we will come to that point.
Yeah. So for the people of Bangladesh, what they can do, exactly the same, what General Waqaruzzaman said, pray for us, pray for Palestine.
So only thing we can do for Palestine, that's pray.
Pray. You're not neighbor. If your neighbor will ask for more, but you're not our neighbor, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you're not our neighbor. You can help us by continue to boycott products who their company are helping Israel financially.
Okay.
Other thing.
Chance to ask another question.
Please let me just finish this.
Okay, please.
Bangladesh is a country who does not and never ever recognize Israel or normalize relation. We want things to remain as it is. Never change. No deal, no relation, no ties, not economically, not politically, not diplomatically, all should be cut. And I sincerely hope, I was promised before, as you all know, that the new passport of Bangladesh will have this caveat on it, valid for all countries in the world except Israel. I was promised, and I'm still waiting, and I'm sure you'll do it, but I hope the sooner will be the better.
Okay, is there any way to stand with you as an individual? With you means with Palestinian, with Gaza, as an individual?
Look, brother, there is many ways, yes, I know that, but I don't like to speak about it because everything related to financial issue, I prefer not to speak about it. Because the issue, many people come to me and said, we want to donate money and we want to give money. Okay, fine, you can do that. But the issue of the Palestinian people is not related to money.
Right.
It's not enough that you give me whatever you give me and then you think, okay, I've done enough, that's it. No, I want you to stay behind me all the way until I achieve my goal. It doesn't mean I want you to keep giving me money until I achieve. No, I want your voice. I want your action. I want your heart. I want your feeling. That's good enough. I want your prayers for me. I want you to stand with me when I need you. And you're doing that. So what more do I want? I will be asking for the impossible. I'm not going to tell you, because you cannot take an army and go and help me in liberating my country. I'm not going to ask for the impossible. I'm asking what's possible. But what the Bangladeshi people has done, They have already done that without me asking them to do it. So I don't think of anything extra than what I have mentioned. Boycotting the products is very important. Active on the social media to spread awareness. Bangladeshi people, especially the young generation, they're genius in coming up with extraordinary ideas. I want those ideas. I want to hear it. I want to see it debate on the social media. How can we help the Palestinian? You should debate this issue among yourself. Debate it among yourself that this is the only way. Today, brother, there is 5,000 trucks are waiting outside the border of Gaza. 5,000 trucks. Huge line.
Rafah border?
Rafah border. Israel is not allowing anyone to go in. Many products were donated, including from Bangladesh, expired and thrown away because it's been on the border over a year, including medicine, including food. We are not going to ask people, give us food, and we cannot bring the food in. It's only Israel who allow 50, 60, 50, 60, 40, 80 trucks. And we need 700 to 800 trucks every day for 2.5 million people in Gaza Strip.
And they are waiting.
And they're waiting outside, and we don't want them to pay money. And they said, we have provided you with 40 million meals. And why the people are starving? Why we have children died already? We have 30,000 people now in Gaza, 30,000 people in Gaza. You can see nothing but their bones, skeleton. Every day, every day, every day, there is at least 7 to 20 people are dying because there is no food. Because
only for lack of food.
Yes, food, medicine, and the biggest worry is we don't have milk for the children. There's no milk. 70,000 pregnant women. Yesterday in the night I had a discussion with the doctor, Dr. Rana. She said we have 70,000 pregnant women. 300% in Palestine of the women, they abort. Because they know if they cannot feed themselves, how can the baby inside the stomach can be fed? They get abortion. This is one of the horror story you can hear about Gaza Strip.
My another question is that few Bangladeshi working on Rafah border, and you already mentioned that 5,000 truck already waiting for going to crossing the border. So how do you see that Bangladesh's effort on Rafah border?
Bangladeshi started from the beginning, not from today. From very long time. They came to my embassy, we facilitated their visas even to Egypt, we helped them. They went and they met our ambassador in Egypt, and he directed them, he helped them. And they also, because they were not able to bring anything to the Palestinian inside Gaza, so what they did, we have 250,000 Palestinians living in Cairo, in Egypt, refugees. They fled the war. So they went to them and they donated to them. Yes, they did that. And there is, at the beginning there was possibility to bring stuff inside Gaza, so they did. But when, starting from the beginning of this year, there is no chance. Because the Israeli policy has changed today. The Israeli policy changed that we will do everything possible in order to force the people to get out of Gaza. So the most important part is let them starve. So they have no choice. Either they die starving or they get out. They force the Egyptian and then they just dash into the border and then they get out. Because they want Gaza. This is the policy. And this is not only their policy. This is the policy of Mr. Trump when he said, I want to make from Gaza Rivera of the Middle East. He wants to make it all five-star hotel, gambling places.
Is
like Las Vegas.
that place suitable for all these things?
Look, the location of Gaza is important. It's on the Mediterranean Sea. It connects Asia with Africa. This is the location of Gaza Strip. Not only that, Gaza is floating over a natural gas. All of it is natural gas. So he knows what he's saying and what he's doing and what his aim. He and Netanyahu, both. But Netanyahu's intention is not the gas. The intention is the land. He wants the land. Because always the problem with Israel is geography and demography. They want land with no people. They don't want land with people on it. Gaza is the most densely populated area in the world, more than Bangladesh. It's a 363 square kilometer, not 1,000 kilometer, 300, with 2.5 million people on it. 2.5 million people in 300. It's as big as Dhaka, little bit bigger than Dhaka. But Dhaka, for example, you can bring your vegetable and fruit from other places.
What about
West Bank is 6,000 square kilometers.
I want to know the situation of West Bank.
West Bank is, I can't say it's worse than Gaza.
Is there
but it's not better.
everything normal?
No, of course not. You have the settler in the West Bank. They, on the daily basis, they harass the people in our villages and push them to get out of their village. This is also another policy. But today the spotlight is on Gaza Strip. So they use this opportunity and they are doing similar way to the people in the West Bank. I'll give a small example in the West Bank depends on agriculture, especially olive.
Okay, yes.
On October, we start collecting the olives. What they do is, the settler, they come with the army, with the support of the army, with their machine, with their M16 guns. They sit in your land. You can't enter. If you enter, they'll shoot you. So you will be watching from outside, and you see your corpse falling down, rotten, and you don't get it. So you have no money. So you leave the country. They have been doing that for the last 3 years. They did it before, but now they're doing it much more. Or they do something worse than that. They come to your land and they build a tent. If they build and they raise the Israeli flag, you cannot enter that area. It becomes there. If you come in, they'll shoot you and they kill you. And many people died. We have over 1,000 people died.
You're trying to say that same situation in Gaza and West Bank.
See, because it's the same intention.
But West Bank is not focusing.
Yeah, because the media is focusing on where the genocide is taking place, in Gaza. All right? So all the cameras is in Gaza Strip. And behind the camera, they do all these terrible, horrible, unhumane things in the West Bank. People are also suffering a lot in the West Bank. Economy is very bad, damaged economy.
Our chief advisor will address the international leaders on 80 UNGA, and we believe that he is an international face. So, and also he won the Nobel Peace Prize. Do you have something to say to him?
I already said that to him 3 days ago when I met him.
3 days ago?
Yeah, I met him 3 days ago, actually. Look, I don't want to praise him because he already doesn't need my certificate. He is a man of honor, and he is a man that I think every Bangladeshi should feel proud of.
Okay.
On the international level, he's a very respected figure, extremely respected figure. He's a man who never thought or have an ambition to be a president or a prime minister or a chief advisor. And this is very few in the world who have this honor and say, no, thank you. But still, because he was able to serve the country, so he accepted and he came and he served.
And just for your attention, last time he addressed the international leaders on Palestine issue?
We have discussed with him lots of issues. We made a proposal to the chief advisor. He promised he will do his best to work toward that end. That will help our economy a lot. It will help our cause a lot. And also we want to use the opportunity, not only because he's the chief advisor, but he's also one of the most important and prominent figure in the world that has the Nobel Prize. Dr. Yunus is a magnificent person. What I heard from him was also great. He said, like, look, we are with you. We will always be with Palestine. So
And just 2 years ago, a few propaganda was circulated that Professor Muhammad Yunus is funding to Israel.
Okay, let me tell you something more important. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was a prophet and he received the message directly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through Jibreel. And people accuse him of so many horrible things, right?
So you have
his own people, his own tribes accused the Prophet Muhammad of being mad, of being crazy, of being a poem, of being. And he's a prophet of God. Professor Yunus is the chief advisor, right? So this is the thing that it's the nature of a human being. You will always find good and evil. Without that, we cannot continue. We cannot live only with good, because otherwise we're not human, we're angels.
Okay, so
you have to have
thinking that these all are disinformation.
With high respect, he have all the respect from the people of Palestine. He was invited once to visit Palestine, but he was not able to go inside Palestine because Israel did not allow him to go. He was invited before few years to visit one of the most prominent, important universities in Palestine, in the West Bank. He was not allowed. So this is, it's, for him, I think he considered that a medal, because Israel rejected him to go in. So, no, it's not true. So I think the speech which will, the Honorable Chief Advisor will give in the United Nations, because this time is different than any other time, I am sure it's going to be astonishing related to the issue of Palestine. I am really sure about it. I'm convinced.
I am remembering you that, you know, in 2024, 9 countries formally recognized the state of Palestine from Europe, Armenia, Ireland, Norway, Slovenia and Spain. And on the other hand, Caribbean country, the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica and Barbados. So, you know, in upcoming UNGA 2025, already few other countries like France, UK, Canada, Malta, Luxembourg, Finland, Portugal, Andorra are
and
considering to Australia, okay, are considering to recognize Palestine as a sovereign country and state. How do you see the recent development?
This is the same thing of what I told you from the beginning, how the world opinion has shifted.
Okay.
Because finally those countries, they have an obligation, especially those important figures like member of the Security Council, for example, permanent member like the United Kingdom, like France. Actually, we have out of 5 permanent members, we have only China and Russia recognize the state of Palestine. The other 3, they don't. So now, out of this 5, we'll have 2 more. So only the US will remain isolated in the permanent member of the Security Council. And they have also an obligation, because the issue of Palestine, it used to be debated who have the right and who doesn't. Who wants to ethnically cleanse the other one? The Palestinian want to ethnically cleanse the Israeli, or the Israeli want to? It was debated issue and we have different opinion. But today, everything is very clear to the whole world. And not clear by us, it's clear by them, by the Israeli. showing the world their intention, that they are the people who wanted to ethnically cleanse the Palestinian. So here, the picture is very clear, and it's for you to choose where do you want to be. Before, maybe some people thought, no, it's a gray color, we don't want to go into gray. Okay. It's either white or black. Today is very clear. Two colors here, black and white. You choose.
To support genocide?
Or you support the right of the Palestinian people. So those people decided, because their people, the majority of their people, have already took a decision much before their government.
I will ask you another disturbing question, but before that, I am going to ask you another question. That Netanyahu displayed a plan for having Greater Israel. Do you have any comment on that?
Yes, of course. Look,
is this going to happen?
Look, I'm telling you that the intention of the Israeli, not from today, from the day they occupied Palestine in 1948, the dream in their, I don't know in which books they have it, Greater Israel. And let me tell you, and the flag of Israel, the flag of Israel, the flag of Israel, it's blue, and then in the middle, the star, right? Okay. Yes. The blue on the top is the Nile, river of Nile in Egypt. Okay. And the other blue down is the Euphrates in Iraq. Is this Iraq? Nile Nod in Bangla, Nile Nod? Yes.
Blue river.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Nile. And then, so this is the map of Israel. In the currency, Israeli currency, the map of Israel include part of Egypt, all Palestine, Lebanon, Jordan, part of Syria, part of Saudi Arabia, and part of Iraq. This is the map of Israel. This is the map of the Greater Israel.
So Saudi Arabia also included?
Yeah. Part of it. Part of Saudi Arabia. Okay. Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Palestine, part of Iraq, and part of Egypt. This is the Greater Israel.
Is this going to happen?
Never.
How?
It will happen in the dream of Netanyahu.
They did what they want. They did what they want. True. Before. True. And right now they are doing same thing. So how we can stop them? You can stop them.
Gaza Strip is a 363 square kilometers. Okay. Gaza. They have been fighting for 2 years. They use the most sophisticated weapon in the world.
Yes, definitely.
They have the full support of the United States of America. They have spent over $50 billion against who? Against 2 million people.
15 or 50?
50
okay.
billion dollar. Okay? Okay. I'm not talking about the donation who came from the American and the German, and before that the British, and before that the French, and before that other country. The money they spent. Fighting for 2 years against 2 million people. And they have not achieved anything. They were not able to free the hostages. They were not able to destroy the resistance in Gaza Strip, right? Now, imagine when you talk about the area which I just mentioned, Greater Israel, which is at least 3,000 times bigger than Gaza.
Definitely.
Not only that, you're talking about 150 million Arabs in this area living.
150?
Yes. So, I mean, we have to be logic here. People are not sheep, not goats.
His Excellency, please give me a scope to ask you that. They plan to occupy the Palestine. Yes. They did it. Yeah. After that, they plan to destroy Gaza, and already they did. And they are planning to destroy West Bank, and they are also doing that.
True.
And right now they are planning to make Greater Israel. So we can.
But one thing is that everything they destroyed can be bought, right?
Yes.
A human being you cannot buy. were they able to break the will of the Palestinian people and force and convince them to get out of their homeland? This is the irony here.
Okay.
Because Israel cannot create greater Israel with 150 million people in it. How? Which way? They want these people out. They were not able with every possible way, by starving people, by killing children, by all this, to push 2 million people.
How many people they killed since Israeli state?
The numbers that they have is around 61,000 Palestinian.
No, I am not talking about that war.
Yeah. You're talking about all the war.
Yeah,
I think about 150 to 200,000 people.
200,000 people.
About 200.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yes, I am. But before that, the killing was taking place like 1,000, 2,000, 500, 200, 300.
That means 2 billion people.
2
billion people.
No. 200,000, which is less than 1 million. Because we're not a big population, brother. We're not huge. We're not like Bangladeshi. You are 180 million people. We are not that much. You are where? Maybe 15 times bigger than us. the total number.
As population.
But from us, when you talk about number, today there is 10% of the total population of Gaza either dead or injured. 10% for a country like Bangladesh is 18 million people. Imagine, God forbid, if you lose 18 million from the Bangladeshi people. 18 million, how many crore? 18 crore? Or 180 crore actually. Imagine. It's devastating, right? So what I want to say is that if you are unable to break 2 million people, the will of 2 million people, how can you break the will of 150 million people? If you are unable to control 360 square kilometer, how can you be able to control 450,000 square kilometers?
Okay. This is a disturbing question.
Please.
And I have to raise to you that this war was started by
Hamas.
Yes.
That's what you want to say. It's a good question.
Yes.
It's not disturbing. The thing that which has to be said is that, did the war started on the 7th of October?
No.
The war is being going on from 1947.
But this
Just let
time
me
is
finish.
just going to mass killing, genocide.
But they did the genocide. So it doesn't mean if they did the genocide, that's what being done to them.
You have no right to enter any other country or killing any other people. You have no right.
Okay.
If you support Hamas.
Okay. It's not the issue of supporting this part of the. Let's debate this issue, as we are neither I am the Palestine ambassador nor you're the Bangladeshi ambassador. As a human being, let's look at it as a human being.
Okay.
In all the world, the nature of the human being, when you're attacked, you need to defend yourself. When you're oppressed,
So Israeli did same thing.
let me
Okay,
give you the full idea.
Okay.
When I'm attacked, I have to defend myself, defend my family, and defend my children. Okay? For every action, there is a reaction. Fine?
Definitely.
Now, who started this? We were living in our country peacefully. We had 18% of our population Christian. We had 5% Jews, and the rest are Muslim. Living in Palestine, flourishing country, rich country. We enjoy 4 seasons. We were about 2 million people, population.
In total.
At that time. Then the British came and occupied our country after they won the First World War against the Turkish Empire. And then they start bringing the Jews from Europe, all over, bring them. force us to accept them. At the beginning,
Forced-
we did
forced
force us, yeah, by force, because we were under the British occupation. So they started bringing them, and all of them are young. I never seen one over 40 years old. They were all less than 40, between 15 to 40, because they wanted soldier actually.
Okay.
And then they came, they settled, and they created an army. This army was supported by the British, fully, because of the Balfour Declaration that you all know. And they waged a war against us, and they ethnically cleansed us from Palestine, took our home, took my home. I am coming from a city called Akka. It's in the north part of Palestine. My grandfather was the mayor of that city, and then he owned huge land. He was rich, we were living fine. Somebody comes and take everything from you, kick you out, and then we end up like the Rohingya today, in refugee camps, right? We have no passport. Until this moment, I don't have a passport, by the way. I have a travel document written on it, Palestinian refugee, on that travel document. My son
By
the same,
UN.
and my grandchildren the same. We are, yes, we are refugees. Who made us refugee? The Israeli who came from Europe and took our home and took everything. They took our life from us. And we are not able to defend that? Are we not able to take back what has been taken from us? How did you become independent? Didn't you fight for that? Didn't all nations fought for independence and freedom? This is the nature of a human being. You fight for it. It is always that the occupying power is more powerful than you. That's true.
Okay.
Especially when you have country or people like Israel who have America behind them. Because
Yes.
without America, they cannot survive. So they come and take everything from me. The only thing they left is my humanity, that I'm still a human being. Otherwise, they took everything. And you don't want me to fight back? So we're not against Jewish. This should be understood. We are not against Jewish at all. We are against the people who came and took our life from us in 1948 and made us refugees. They chose to be our enemy, not we chose. They chose to be our enemy, and we have to do everything in our power to defend ourselves. Look, this country does not belong
And
to
last
Fatah.
step by Hamas was...
That's what I mean. This country doesn't belong to Fatah or belong to Hamas or belong to me or belong. This country for every Palestinian. And every Palestinian feel this is the right way in order to defend his family and defend his land and defend his honor and defend his dignity and for his freedom. He have the right to do whatever he believe, but he is not allowed to touch any civilian.
Right.
We
But
are
Hamas
against killing
But
any
Hamas
civilians.
But Hamas kidnapped minimum, I think, 20 people minimum.
No, they kidnapped 200 something, not 20, 200 something.
Okay,
They
200.
kidnapped and they took them. Look,
And also killed few
Look,
Israeli.
let me tell you something. Of course, at the beginning they exaggerated. They said they killed the babies, they rape women. This is not true. All of it is not true. I'm 100% sure. Not defending Hamas. I'm not from Hamas, and I disagree with everything Hamas stand for. Okay? But
Okay.
it doesn't mean that the other side. Oh, do you know that we have 30,000 people also being arrested by the Israeli? 24,000 of them, there is no charges against them. 17,000 of them are women and children. Why nobody talk about them? Why nobody talk about the people hijacked, taken hostages by the Israeli army? Well, because they are Palestinian? Nobody talk about them? Oh, if you're talking about an ideal state, then you're right. I will condemn everything has been done against Israel. But
Okay.
they're not. They're not. They're treating us much worse than animal. Much worse. But then whatever done on the 7th of October, does that justify killing 21,000 child? Does it justify to starve the whole nation? Does it justify you to prevent me from having a medicine or water to drink or electricity or Wi-Fi or fuel or sense of security? You take even that from me. You destroy my house. You destroy everything. This is the same thing happened in 1948, by the way. But at that time, there was no camera, no social media. We were not to that technology, so people didn't see it, they heard about it. But that's what exactly happened in 1948.
Same thing.
Same. 15,000 people were killed. Imagine 15,000 people out of 2 million. Again, the same thing.
Yes, yes.
Same thing, because we were tiny. You killed 10,000. It's a lot of people. And my family were out. My father and my mother and my sister, they left. And I have to pay the price. And my son is paying the same price. My son cannot go to Palestine. He cannot go to his homeland. He's not allowed. Israel will not allow him. Simple. I am the ambassador of Palestine. I cannot go back to Palestine. I cannot even visit. I cannot visit Palestine. We are going through something, it's unprecedented in the history of mankind. It's like we are, and we're not living in this 21st century. We're still living in the Stone Ages. It's unbelievable, unbelievable, unacceptable. Look, show me one person in this world able to defend Israel today. No one can. No one.
And no one is interested.
Of course, because nobody is interested to defend a criminal. If the Prime Minister of your country is wanted by the International Criminal Court on charges of
Genocide?
Yeah, genocide.
Okay.
How can you be proud of this Prime Minister? So no, the issue of Israel has to be solved in the international level, that you cannot deal with the rest of the world as second-class citizen, and you're the only first-class citizen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the rest are created only to serve you. This is how the Zionist idea is. This is the exact Zionist ideology, that they are the first-class citizen of God, and the rest of the world, they're second and third and fourth class citizen. It's like we just God created us just to serve them. And they have the right to kill us, destroy us, humiliate us, do whatever they want with us. This is their ideology, this is their idea. But this was hidden, and today it is clearly showing to the whole world.
Thank you, His Excellency. We discussed a lot. I think our audience will have an insightful episode from us. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much. And again, I am very, very, very grateful to the people of Bangladesh, to the government of Bangladesh, to the chief advisor of Bangladesh, and of course to the army of Bangladesh and the chief of the army. I will always be grateful to all of you. And this is something we will carry with us to the next generation, and the next generation will carry to the generation after that. We'll always remember you, respect you, and never forget what you have done for us. May Allah bless this country and gives the best for this country, because these people do deserve the best.
Thank you, thank you. দর্শক সকলকে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকার জন্য। আমরা এমন কিছু তথ্য জানতে পেরেছি যা আমরা হয়তো গণমাধ্যমের মাধ্যমে সব কিছু জানতে পারছিলাম না। আমাদের সঙ্গে দীর্ঘক্ষণ সময় দিয়েছেন ঢাকায় নিযুক্ত ফিলিস্তিনের রাষ্ট্রদূত ইউসুফ এসওয়াই রামাদান। তিনি আমাদের সঙ্গে কথা বলেছেন কত মানুষ মারা যাচ্ছে ফিলিস্তিনের আসলে ভবিষ্যৎটা কী, ইসরায়েলের পরিকল্পনা কী এবং কিভাবে তা রুখে দেওয়া যায় তা নিয়েও আমাদের সঙ্গে তিনি কথা বলেছেন। সকলকে আমাদের এই পর্বটি উপভোগ করার জন্য ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি।